All right, what you got for me?
召喚に従い参上した。これより我が剣はあなたと共にあり、あなたの運命は私と共にある。ここに、契約は完了した。
I immediately have no idea what's happening. Fate! Flashback summary. 10 years ago, our girl Rin here. Say hello to Rin, everyone. 10 years ago, our girl Rin said goodbye to her father, who was about to go fight in a war. A war between only 7 people, but those 7 people were magi. Magi being people with a hocus pocus focus. Rin, the Holy Grail, will appear eventually. It is our duty as the Tosaka family to win it. More importantly, if you want to be a magus, you can't avoid it. Once more, he patted my head and left. That was the end. That was the last time I saw the man who entered the Holy Grail War as a master and died. The man who was my teacher, as well as my father. Alright, flashback over. No time for feelings. January 31st, wake up! We're in now. Learn it, love it, live it. Alarm's going off at 7 o'clock, even though we set it for 6:30. I don't know why. I just got here too. Exposition summary. We, Rin, are a high-class bitch and work very hard to maintain that appearance by doing things such as getting to class on time. We are also magic and come from a magic bloodline. We cannot tell anyone this because we are Harry Potter in this shit and magic is a secret. Sorcerers are the most powerful magic people. There are only 5 of them in the world. What they do is equivalent to miracles. Also, we have this pendant. We received this pendant by decoding our father's will. It has the power equivalent of 10 years of our own magical energy being stored, which is apparently quite a bit. Exposition's over. Time to go to school. Just kidding. Exposition will never be over, but we still have to go to school. We get to school and meet Mitsuzuri Ayako. Welcome! Talking to her, we realize that all the clocks in our house were an hour early for some reason. Isn't that just silly? Guess we forgot about daylight savings or something. Ayako is in the archery club. We are not. We just like watching the archery club. From a distance. We shoot the shit with her for God knows how long. I pray to God nothing that comes up in this conversation will ever be relevant again, because God knows I don't remember any of it. As our conversation finally comes to an end, we meet Sakura. Hi, Sakura. Bye, Sakura. We take like 5 steps and then run into Shinji Mata. He sucks, and I'm pretty sure he has the same last name as Sakura. He's hitting on us when...
いい、マト君。私は弓道に興味がない以上に、あなたに興味はないって言ってるのよ。実際、あなたが車上にいたなんて今初めて知ったぐらいだし、きっとこれからも目に入らないわ。
We serve his ass. You wish you were in the friend zone, fuckboy. We then run into Fujimura-sensei. Greetings. Goodbye. The parade is endless as we meet the student president. We get into a pissing contest with him about absolutely nothing. He doesn't like us, and I don't like him. This guy called Amiya also shows up. That's about it. The way Rin talks about Amiya confuses me of whether or not she even knows him or not. Whatever. Finally, class starts. We fade to black and 4th period ends. Honestly, thank God. Aw, that's like adorable. Next, we meet Segusa, Makidera, and Himuro. All pretty much simultaneously. Segusa invites us to eat lunch with her and the rest of the girls, but we turn her down because we did not bring our own lunch and have to go to the cafeteria. Makidera talks some mad shit despite the fact that she's apparently the only person in this group that we hang out with regularly. But she backs down when she realizes that we overheard her because she is a big coward. We feel a sudden bloodlust because someone compares taiyaki to crepes, which is weird. Even Rin agrees that it's weird. Lore drop. We find out that if anyone realized that we are a magi, that we will be forced to eliminate them. Because of this, Rin does not hang out with a lot of people. And the people she does hang out with, hilariously, are people like Makidera and not Segusa, so that she doesn't have to worry about killing anyone that she actually likes. We meet the 2A homeroom teacher. That's his name. What a hero. School's over. We go home pretty much immediately. When we arrive at home, we find a message on our answering machine. The message is from a priest named Kiri. He tells us that we must join the Holy Grail War or don't, but we have to make a decision tonight. Rin apparently already knows this man. But hey, what is the Holy Grail War?
聖杯戦争。たった一つきりの聖杯を奪い合う殺し合い。何百年も前から伝わってきた聖杯の儀式か。
The Magi who participate in the Holy Grail War are called Master. This is not so much a rank, rather it indicates one who is in control. The requirement to enter the Holy Grail War. That is to summon a familiar called a servant and to form a contract with it. No matter how great a magus a person is, one is not considered a master until he has a servant under him. The servant Rin would like to summon is called Saber. She was hoping her father would leave her something that would give her a connection to Saber, but unfortunately that does not appear to be the case.
いいわよ。そんなものに頼らなくたってなんとかなるわ。そもそも私以外にセーバーを扱えるマスターなんているはずないし。
But our girl Rin's got that BDE and she's just gonna do it raw, baby. In order to guarantee that she's going to summon Saber specifically, Rin waits till 2 o'clock to summon her servant, when her powers are at her absolute peak. P.S. I am also at my strongest at 2 a.m. My vision closes. The fifth element, said to be unperceivable by human eyes, is before me. So in fear of being broken by it, vision shuts itself down.
誓いをここに。我は常世すべての善となるもの。我は常世すべての悪を敷くもの。汝三代の言霊をまといしつてよくしの輪より来たれ。天秤の守り手よ。
Perfect. It's so perfect. I feel like I'm tugging on a whale with a fishing rod. Perfect. I've drawn the strongest card for sure. Nothing.
はい？
Yeah, that's right. She doesn't get anything. Well, until... We run upstairs to find out what the fuck that explosion was. Yeah, fuck doors. The following lines of dialogue are when I decided that, you know what? I might actually like this story. The living room is a big mess. It's full of rubble that must have fallen from the ceiling, and there's one man sitting on it cockily. Without a doubt, that is the cause of this mess. But there's one thing more important than that. The wall clock is still ticking away time, having escaped the destruction. That reminds me. Yes, that's right. Come to think of it, every clock in my house was an hour early today for some reason. In other words, it's 1 a.m. right now. There's actually 1 more hour until my magical energy is at its peak. I love this to death because I knew Rin was going to fail here. I knew she would not be able to summon Saber because I know who Saber is, and this sure as shit ain't Rin. But I thought she would fail because she had overestimated herself. She was just too cocky. She was not the chosen one. It's not going to be her. But no, she might have been right. She may have been able to summon Saber if she didn't fuck up. If she didn't fuck up something so simple. She fucked up because she overlooked a small detail. A small detail she had forgotten about. A small detail that I had forgotten about. So when it came back like this, I lost my fucking mind. I don't know if I'm really able to capture this moment accurately for you, but I have tried. But enough about Chekhov's clock. What the fuck is up with this guy? The conversation between Rin and this fucking guy goes as follows. Are you my servant? I don't know. Are you my master? I don't know. Are you my servant? I don't know. Are you my master? I asked you first. No, I asked you first. Bullshit, I asked you first. Maybe I am your servant. Maybe I am your master. Who knows? And then Rin's like, well, I've got this thing on my hand that says I'm your master. And then the guy's like, I don't really give a shit about that. I mean, I guess technically you're master, but you're like a little baby, so I'm going to do all the fighting. You couldn't even use a command spell. And then Rin's like, bitch, I'm going to use a command spell. And then the guy's like, oh, bitch, you better not. And then I'm like, oh my God, please, for the love of God, can you both just shut the fuck up? And like, I have no idea what the fuck is happening. The symbol on my right hand throbs. 3 command spells. The essence of the Holy Grail War. The 3 claims to the servant's unconditional obedience is now used. So after we use our unholy power, or holy power, I guess, to bind our servant to our will, we go to the bedroom to discuss what just happened. Rin and what we will call the servant have a discussion on what command spells are, now that Rin has already used one. All Rin really knows is that she had 3 command spells, 2 now, and that they were something that she could use to give an order to her servant. The servant explains that the command spells are actually really, really powerful and should not be wasted on things that are vague or long-lasting, as it kind of weakens their effect, and should be used for quick and direct orders, such as put all your strength into this attack. The long-lasting and broad command that Rin used of follow all my commands would normally have really no effect, but because she is so powerful, it has at least had the effect that the servant now feels weakened when he tries to go against her will. The servant is actually impressed with Rin and is somewhat relieved to see how powerful she is. Rin gets very tsundere about this. Rin finally asks her servant for his identity and confirms that he is not class Saber, but is instead class Archer. He's very salty about the fact that she was looking for Saber. Say hello to Archer, everyone! Rin asks Archer which heroic spirit is he. He claims to not remember due to the clusterfuck that was his summoning has left him confused on his own name and origin. Rin is frustrated by this because this leaves her unable to tell how strong he really is. Also, I have no fucking idea what they're really talking about. Rin forces Archer to clean up the living room after he destroyed it, which he is pissed about, and then Rin goes to sleep. End of day 1.